Hello, welcome back to another podcast from Urban Dog. My name is Tim Fisher. I am the founder of Urban Dog. We're going to be talking today about, right over here, Urban Dog Senior. As a matter of fact, I actually have my senior grays and a little bit of gold because that should be the golden years. Now, the reason that I might be somewhat of an authority on this is that I am a senior myself. But unlike some seniors, I still am actively involved in sports. I still hold a national world ranking in javelin in my age division. I stay active in a lot of different sports. The interesting thing is that when you watch what you eat, when you take the right type of nutrients, and if you're a co-founder of a nutraceutical companies for humans, it helps your longevity, just like this is going to help the longevity, the quality of life for your senior dogs. The products are manufactured in the same human nutraceutical facility as the human company that I co-founded. So that what does the nutraceutical mean? It means that it's not a pharmaceutical, but it's a natural product, and it's the purest of all kinds. So if you're giving your dog a senior supplement, find out whether or not it's actually coming from a human nutraceutical facility. I doubt it. Because there's very, very few of us that are. And one thing I can tell you is that for urban dogs, or 85% of all urban dogs live in 50 urban areas in the U.S., what you'll find is that we're the only company on the planet that specifically formulates products for urban dogs. So right here, Urban Dog Senior, I'll be talking about today. And again, being a senior myself, I can vouch that these products work. So, what I'm going to talk about first of all, I'm going to start off talking about glucosamine, because one of the first things that a lot of the supplement companies will do is they'll say, give your dog some chondroitin and some glucosamine, MSM. It's good, but it's not really the answer, because once you get over the age of, say, 50, maybe 55. So once your dog is past in that 8 years of age, it might be a little sooner than that if they're a large dog. But glucosamine has just a small amount of effect. And about the only way you're going to get effect from glucosamine is taking a micronized product like the ones you find in Urban Dog. And what I mean by micronization is a lot of this, the glucosamine is, comes from a cartilage, and most of it comes from fish shells. Problem is they grind them. So there's ground, there's powdered, and then there's micronized, and that's what we have. We micronize it. It's actually under intense water pressure, busts the shells up, busts the cartilage up into very, very small product. And that product then, that micronization allows that glucosamine to repair cartilage, one thing, but also, which is real vital, is that glucosamine will actually cross through the wall of the bursa. Now, the bursa is a sac. It's kind of it's a shock absorber in your shoulders, just like the dogs that will have around their joints. Then when that glucosamine gets on the back side of it, it actually helps hold synovial fluid. And it works the same way as iron holds the oxygen molecules in hemoglobin. Actually works almost like a little magnet. So when that synovial fluid is not going to leak out of that bursa sac, and that helps these dogs tremendously. So glucosamine important for senior dogs, yeah, but not as important as something that helps reduce inflammation. And what we have is the white willow bark. White willow is an original used for pain relief in humans back in the days of Socrates. Bear aspirin started in Bavaria, a German company, and they would take the white willow, they would take the bark, they would crush it up, squish out as much salicin, which is the product that is going to help the inflammation and help reduce pain, and then they would put it in a pill. And if you have ever, and I'm old enough to know this, is that if you ever used to take an old Bear aspirin, incredibly bitter, just very, very bitter. So what they ended up doing, because they couldn't find enough white willow, they started making a synthetic. And I said in another video, never give your dog an aspirin, synthetic aspirin, because synthetic aspirins are blood thinners. They actually give them to people to help thin their blood. A lot of seniors, they say don't take an aspirin, especially if you're on warfarin or something on that order that's blood thinner. But for dogs, don't give them an aspirin. That's synthetic. Um, Give them a product that has white willow in it, which is the salicin. Our product has the salicin in it. And it's inflammation that kills us. It's inflammation of vessels. It's inflammation of heart. Most of your pain and stiffness comes from inflammation. So this product is put together to reduce as much inflammation as possible in these senior dogs. So we have 720 milligrams of the white willow bark, MSM, and glucosamine. So it's going to help that overall quality of life of that dog. When you start giving your dog the Urban Dog Senior, that moaning that they have, that stiffness when they get up, you're going to see some of that go away. And the quality of that dog's life will greatly improve. You'll start to see it run more, start moving around. It's going to get more activity, and the more activity it gets, is actually the longer it's going to live. Next product we have in here is digestive enzymes. I talk about digestive enzymes a lot because the dog foods that are produced, again, there's not a dog on the planet that can produce enough of the digestive enzymes to digest the food. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that. If you have a senior dog, low fat, low protein. And if you go low fat, low protein, that means that they're not going to have to put as much straw in it to help hold the kibbles together. So that means there's going to be less fiber. It's just like us folks that I'm in my 60s. I don't need a high-fat diet. I don't need a high-protein diet. I need a balanced diet. But more importantly, I need digestive enzymes, so what I do eat, they get digested. The amylase for the carbs, protease for the protein, lipase for the fat, and that straw that they put in to hold these kibbles together is basically it's a cellulose, so the digestive enzyme is a cellulase. That will help your senior dog tremendously digest the food and get the nutrients that they really need. Probiotics, we have probiotics. I said before, they're overrated. We put them in. But between the salicin and the digestive enzymes, that alone is going to tremendously help these dogs. The other thing we add is amino acids for muscles, brain, organs. It's a proprietary blend. We put the branch chain in, which are the building blocks. Your dogs, they're just not going to rebuild muscle that way. Matter of fact, what happens is it's called sarcopenia. Humans go through sarcopenia. All animals in the world go through sarcopenia, and that is you finally get to a point where your muscles do not rebuild. Your cells have reproduced themselves so many times that they really start to wear down, and that's why we don't, even though we might be taking a lot of nutrients, we don't look like a 2-year-old baby's butt because our cells are constantly recreating themselves. We have no cells in our body that are over 2 years of age, same with the dog. But those cells, as they recreate, if they get a little malfunction in the splitting and the reproduction of one, then that stays with it in that DNA and is damaged, and it never finds its way back. So we put the branched chain amino acids in to help those dogs maintain muscle, and then also if they are running, that help the tears. I mentioned before is that we have glutamine, glutathione, which is the gatekeepers for the cell, and I want to explain that really quickly. Is that those two amino acids come together and form a protein that sits in the cellular wall, and it opens up to let nutrients in, and once the metabolic function happens, it actually shoots the toxins out outside of that cell. And anytime nutrients are absorbed or taken into a cell, there's a metabolic function. That's how they turn it into energy. That's how they turn it into food. That's how you turn it into something useful. Also, we have senior greens for skin and coat. We have organic flax and we have organic kelp. And it's very important. These are really a prebiotic and a probiotic. The prebiotic is going to be very helpful because it's going to help in the stomach and small intestine, and it is going to add those omega-3s and 6 fatty acids that are necessary for older dogs when they get kind of dry, like I get kind of dry. So this entire program that we have for the senior dog is one and only in the marketplace. Again, we're the planet's only nutraceutical blended products that are specifically manufactured for the healthy, the urban dog coming out of a human nutraceutical facility. So if you have a dog that's 8 years and older, take a look at the Urban Dog Senior. Give it to him. Get it to him. It's about quality of life. And I tell you what, this is going to help the quality of life of your senior dog. I'm Tim Fisher. Take a look at us again. Watch these podcasts. You can see this is one take. I don't stop and start, but watch our podcasts, and hopefully I'm giving you some information that will help you and your family, which is the dog. Have a great day. Bye.